Hello, everybody. I'm Stephen Brown with SB Dance, welcoming you on behalf of my company, Repertory Dance Theater, Gina Bachauer International Piano Foundation, Plan B Theater, Pygmalion Productions, and Ryrie Woodbury Dance Company. Together, we are the 6 residence companies of Salt Lake County's Rose Wagner Center, known also by our coalition name, Performing Arts Coalition. And we're here at the Rose Wagner Center in downtown Salt Lake. Let me tell you a little bit about what's going to happen tonight. My 2 colleagues, Linda Smith and Carrie Billings, are going to give you a little information about tonight's Rose Exposed event. Then we will all watch the premiere, and none of us have seen this before, of a 30-minute video. And then after that video, 3 more of my colleagues will have a little question and answer, and you can do that in the chat box for your YouTube Live. In case something goes wrong, not that anything ever goes wrong doing this, we'll send you a link to the video, to the email address where you registered. And that link will also be found in the YouTube chat box that you should be able to see. Also in that chat box, you'll notice there is a credit section, and in there is a donation link. And please consider supporting this event with a donation to our group nonprofit, the Performing Arts Coalition. Performing Arts Coalition is a 501c3 nonprofit, and all donations are tax deductible as allowable by law. All of these organizations, all 6 of us, are nonprofit organizations. If you know someone who might enjoy the video that you're about to see, our website is roseexposed.org. That's Rose with an E on the end of it, exposed. So there'll be 2 E's in the middle, .org. And there you'll be able to stream the video for the whole month. So can I first go to Carrie Billings of Gina Bachauer International Piano Foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about the program Rose Exposed?
Sure. As you mentioned, Rose Exposed is really a collaboration between 6 different companies. We offer diverse programming, and we're all homed in the Rose Wagner Performing Arts Center. There are 3 dance companies, 2 theater companies, and the Bachauer, which is focused on excellence in piano performance. And we each have different programming, different type of feel, but we come together once a year in a program called Rose Exposed, which is really a unique collaboration, happens once a year, which gives us the chance for all 6 companies to really blend together, create together, and really just act off each other's creative energies.
Thank you. Linda, can you tell us a little bit about how Rose Exposed came about? Why are we doing this event?
Why are we doing this? It's a strange time, isn't it? It's a very strange time, unlike any other time. But about 10 years ago, the PAC groups got together and realized that the Rose, which is a very special building, it is the gem of the performance scene in downtown Salt Lake City. But 10 years ago, people still didn't know too much about the Rose. We were still the building across from Squatters. And so we wanted to brand the building. And also as a group, we thought the synergy of getting together and creating a performance together might be very interesting, exciting, inspiring to us and hopefully to other people. So the very first Rose Exposed, which we created that tag in 2012, it was kind of a variety show. And then later on, we had thematic ideas going on. But it was a way to come together, create together, and bond as groups, as performance arts groups. And we get encouraged by the audience.
And this is the only time you will see all 6 of us on stage at the same time, right? This is it. I mean, occasionally we collaborate with one another, one group with another, but this is the only time you'll see all 6 of us. which is pretty, I think is pretty remarkable. Carrie, can you tell me a little bit about how do we usually do this? What's it usually like?
Well, we never have a usual. Every year it's a little different, but this is our ninth performance, I believe, ninth version of this. And it started as a variety show. Each company had a piece and they weren't so connected, but we thought having a theme would help unify us and really focus our creativity. And one thing that I like a lot is the fact that we incorporated the idea of a pianist being involved in every single piece every year, which for me is just the best, having piano music and live music for actors and performers and dancers to work with. So the idea is we have a specific theme every year. We have one of our favorite pianists every year, different pianists perform. And the pianist offers a few pieces, which have nothing to do with the theme, just wonderful standards of the classical world or just great music. And he throws them out there and he or she offers them. And each company selects a piece and thinks, what can I do with this piece? How can I make this piece into something that fits the theme or doesn't fit the theme? That's always often fun. And the pianists and performers don't work together until the day of the performance. So in the past, we've had long days where everyone shows up and we start creating. The pianist is ready to play, the actors are ready, there may be a loose idea, the dancers have some idea, and we just start creating. It's a long day of rehearsals, maybe one dress rehearsal, and we do it. And it's really just the fun of creating art all in one day.
Yeah, I can remember we were trying to fit everybody on stage because, folks, there are 6 different organizations involved, and I don't know how many performers we'd have, but we'd have to, just pack everybody on a stage that's about 45 feet, 50 feet across, and we'd have to make this U and figure out how we were all going to get on there. And it was really this, well, it was like a big party. A big performance party when we were creating everything together. We came in, we never saw anything until people are in the wings watching you. Very exciting energy. It's a little different this year. Linda, tell us a little bit how things are running this year.
Well, everyone's life has changed this year, of course. And for performers, to not have the opportunity to perform for an audience is heartbreaking, is devastating. And we came together and said, we have to social distance. We can't have that same group energy. Probably can't perform for a live audience. What are we going to do? And so we thought it was still important to come together and perform together, but we decided to have a virtual event. So each group has done their own work in kind of isolation. We all wear masks. We have to socially distance ourselves in terms of our performance. We haven't seen what the other groups have done. And then we have the element of the videographer. And Wonderstone Films came in and videoed each group separately. And then they're putting their creative mark on things. So we don't know what order they have put us in. We don't know how they've shot us or really if it's going to make artistic sense. I guess we'll see in 30 minutes, but it's still important for us to say we're here, we're creating, we're performing, we're a part of this community. And in time, we hope to be able to perform live, but we hope people enjoy what we've put together tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's an important statement of the fact that we are here together and we will get through it together. I think we're about ready to go to video here. Now, I want to remind everybody that we've never seen this before. I went in and I worked for an hour and a half in that we all used the same theater itself, and we would clean up, we'd follow all these COVID protocols between groups. So we all used the same space, we all have the same pianist, but we have not, and we have a little bit of a theme, a little bit of thematic motifs that connect things together. The theme this year is I Want to Hold Your Hand. And so we will all be, and maybe ringing them a little bit because we've never seen this before. I don't know what order it is. I just saw a couple of camera people, and they shot us doing some stuff, and we'll see what this looks like. So it's pretty exciting for us. It's big as a surprise for us as it is for you. And now, everybody, thank you very much for joining us. Come back afterwards, and you can ask a few questions on chat. Let's go to Rose Exposed. I Want to Hold Your Hand. And Carrie, I think this is going to be a really amazing.
I am a teacher in an American middle school in the fall of 2020. I have 157 students. What could possibly go wrong?
My beloved, it was March when I last held you in my arms and kissed your lips. Far too often I find myself caught in a daydream, lost in the effervescent smell of hand sanitizer and the memory of your touch. Now I spend most of my hours devising a socially acceptable and distanced way to spend time with you. I can no longer truly remember what you look like without a face mask, but it is the diaphanous memory of your smile, your smell, your neck, your cheeks, your love that reminds me I must aspire to be the very best version of myself. The baby blue hue of our latex gloves reminds me of your sparkling eyes and helps me regain a sense of hope for our future. I have sent you this gift and ask that you wear it so that we can, once again, bask in the glow of our love and be less than 10 feet from one another. While this virus dries out our skin with endless hand washing and destroys our credit rating, it can never destroy our love. Loving you from afar.
my school is in person, hybrid, online with some remote learning in the afternoons and on Fridays. Teachers were given a long checklist of things we needed to do to get our classrooms ready. A long checklist. I thought I was a teacher. No, wait, a social worker, a police officer, now a frontline healthcare worker. 6 feet apart, Jaden. Caden? Aiden. I can't tell them apart. They've got masks on.
Ci darem la mano, la mi dirai di sì. Vedi, non è lontano, partiam ben mio da qui.
Vorrei e non vorrei, mi tremo un poco il cor, felice versarei, ma può bullarmi ancor, ma può bullarmi ancor.
Vieni, mio bel diletto,
Mi fa pietà, ma zitto,
io cangerò tua sorte.
presto non son più forte, non son più forte, non son più forte.
Vieni, vieni, là ci darem la mano.
Vorrei e non vorrei,
La mi dirai di sì.
mi trema un poco il cor.
Partiam ben mio da qui.
Ma può bullarmi ancor.
Vieni, mio
Mi
bel
fa pietà,
diletto,
ma zitto.
io cangerò tua sorte.
Non son più forte, non son più forte, non son più forte.
Andiam, andiam. Andiam, andiam, mio bene, a ristorar le pene d'un innocente amor. Andiam, andiam, mio bene, a ristorar le pene d'un innocente amor. Andiam,
Andiam,
andiam, andiam, mio bene, andiam, le pene a ristorar d'un innocente amor.
My drama classroom. Cubbies in the corner for their grubby backpacks. No lockers this year. No chairs either. I put Velcro dots on the floor. They can sit in crisscross applesauce. They're in middle school. Temperature checks every day. Done by me. Masks at all times. Spritz. I have two kinds of spritz. Spritz for surfaces and spritz for hands. They spritz in, they spritz out. Oh, homework. They turn in their homework on Thursday, and it's quarantine for 72 hours. That's not a bad thing. You know, some experts say that our students have lost a full year of education since last spring, that we must get back to in-person class. But I think our students have learned a lot over the last 6 months. For example, vocabulary, disinfect, mask, mandatory, pandemic, social distancing, Quarantine. Zoom. Math. 20 seconds, 6 feet, 10 feet, 72 hours, bar graphs, rate of recovery, number of hospitalizations per day, number of infections per day, number of deaths per day. Science, virology, herd immunity, antibodies, hotspot, contact tracing, social studies. How does my state stack up? How does my country stack up? You can't make me wear a mask, I'm American. This is hands-on education. No touching, Izzy. So they close the playground. There's caution tape around all the playground equipment. There are no soccer balls, no basketballs, no kickballs, no jump ropes. The kids pretty much look like a pre-Maria Von Trapp family marching around the parking lot. But in the teacher's lounge, they put in these 2 massage chairs. And we have that Pebble ice, and my principal just put in a fountain Diet Coke machine. They're trying to get us not to quit.
I wanna thank you for being there. You are my rock and you are my air. Falling into moments of despair, I can count on you to care. Calendar zooms, staring at the moon, distant with the ones I love. Feeling wanderlust, kicking up dust, becoming friends with loneliness. Isolation, lullaby, forced apart from all the things we shared. Isolation, lullaby. Soon we will be holding hands again. We will rise, march and educate forces of hate and all things systemic. We will face all these storms together, through rain or snow and global pandemics. Calendar zooms, staring at the moon, distant from the ones I love. Feeling wanderlust, kicking up dust, becoming friends with loneliness. Isolation, lullaby, forced apart from all the things we shared. Isolation, lullaby. Soon we will be holding hands again. Connection, protection, needing more affection. Tap out, tap in, self-care, you win. Isolation, lullaby, forced apart from all the things we shared. Isolation, lullaby. Soon we will be holding hands again. Isolation, lullaby, forced apart from all the things we shared. Isolation, lullaby. Soon we will be holding hands again.
It's been a long week. So today when I got home, I peeled off my gloves, took off my mask, threw it in the garbage. I wanted to cry, but I love my students. Besides, I can't touch my face. So I poured myself a drink. Can I do this? Can we do this? You know, in some ways, I'm very fortunate. I have a home, I have a job I love, I have an income, I have friends and family. I know we can do this. As long as we listen and learn and band together. Not so close, Peyton. I am a teacher in an American middle school in the fall of 2020. Tomorrow, I will spritz my classroom, I will don my gloves, I will put on my mask, and underneath it all, I will try to smile though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your tears and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through. If you just smile.
other's work.
Hey, Jerry, we had a technical moment, so now we can be heard starting right now.
Oh, now we can be
Let's
heard?
start that again.
That was just a rehearsal. I'm Jerry from Plan B Theater Company, and Fran from Pygmalion is here with us. Hi, Fran, Pruyn, and Daniel Sharon from Rivalry Woodbury, who did all of the technical work.
See, I even had a note. I had a note to unmute us when we started this, and I forgot.
For those of you who missed the introduction, none of us saw our own work, much less each other's work, until you did. We turned it all over to Scott Hathaway at Wonderstone Films to put it together. We gave him a huge amount of trust, and I think he served us all pretty well. If you have any questions, please just type them into the YouTube live chat and we'll try and address them. We're also taking donations if you're able to do so. If you just look for the link in the video description on YouTube. I should say also that as of shortly after we end the live stream, the video will be available at roseexposed.org for the rest of the month. If you know people who might enjoy it, or if you would like to view it again, it'll be available for the next few weeks. I'm curious what you both thought of what you saw. We were all furiously typing in our Zoom chat about moments that we really loved. But Fran, Daniel, thoughts?
Oh, I was overwhelmed by the artistry of my colleagues, as always. Bewildered that Koji can do such wonderful, wonderful work on the fly that complements everybody's work so seamlessly. The film is so very different than live theater, and so pleased that Scott served us well. I was, hoping that that we would translate, and I've learned so much this time around that I think I know what to do better next time.
Go ahead, Daniel.
I just find it so interesting because it's been obviously for everybody in this world such a crazy, last 6 months. And, we've been coming together more regularly than we normally do as a pack group and as the organizations. And I feel like I've gotten to know everybody really well and better than I have before. And then I see the work that you all do, and I understand the humor, and I understand the empathy, and I understand all the things a little bit clearer now, based on this strange time of really getting to connect with everybody. And so I love seeing everybody's personalities in the work that we do. So yeah, I was very moved.
I can't wait for my 7-year-old who's fast asleep right now to see RDT's piece in particular. He's gonna, I'm guessing, immediately ask for one of those bags. So, so Linda and Nick, I'll be asking where you got those.
Totally.
Yeah, I think what you hit on something really beautiful, Fran, about how, for those who don't know, Gina Bachauer provides us with a pianist, or sometimes pianists, for this event, and Koji has done it a lot, and it's kind of unbelievable the amount of skill that he brings to our work, and we choose from the pieces that he has in his repertoire and wants to play, and usually somebody deviates from that a little bit, and we at Plan B have never done that before, but it felt like this was the year to give it a shot and have Dee Dee and Darby, who are mother and daughter in quarantine together, try their hand at writing music. And they were just, probably my favorite moment of our work on that was they didn't get to rehearse with Koji at all. So we walked into the theater, we had an hour to film, and they were so moved by the sound of their first ever song from Koji's fingertips into the keys of that grand piano. And that was just an incredibly beautiful moment that we wouldn't have had we not had to do this in this way. It's crazy. Do we have any questions?
I don't really see any coming up. Making this very easy for us. This is awesome.
Yeah, I think maybe we should just call it a night, and I want to watch it again.
There was a problem with the donation link, Jerry, but that's been fixed. So if anybody's been trying to donate, we really appreciate that. So the link on our website should be fixed. There is one in the YouTube credits, and I'm going to just pull up a QR code too. So feel free to scan that code with your phone, and that can hook you up with the link also. And we very much appreciate any donations. It goes to the artists and to the organizations. So we very much appreciate it if you have the capacity to support us.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Stay safe, please.
Stay safe, everybody. So thanks so much for coming out.
Good night.
Are we good, everybody? Good night.
Yeah.